Hello, I'm Zenzele. Welcome to my channel, Urban Eve. Thank you for clicking on my video if this is your first time visiting. In this video, I just wanted to play with some new Pat McGrath items that I picked up from her recent Divine blush launch. I just picked up a couple of things. If you've been watching my videos long enough, you'll know that I am still very, very shy about blush. I'm still very much a blush novice, but I love me some Pat McGrath. And although I wasn't, super like excited about the blush launch myself, because like I'm not really a blush person and powder blush still makes me nervous, I did pick up one. But the other item that I was definitely interested in this launch was the quad palette, the Venus in Fleur's quad palette. So I picked that up along with a blush. I picked up the color Desert Orchid. This is it still in the packaging because the packaging is just so beautiful. I think that I will try to hold on to these for as long as possible. I just love the pink and the purple and like the lavender in this. It just, I don't know, it has a really classic but fresh and modern take, very much like Pat McGrath. So like I said, I picked up the shade Desert Orchid, and this is what that packaging looks like. Very beautiful in this black lacquered packaging. This I found a little difficult to open. It has like a thing that you push in here, and that should, that is the easiest that I've gotten this open literally since I've had these. I've had them for a few days. So this is what the Desert Orchid color looks like. Ooh, that looks really pretty on camera. I'm seeing things that I don't even see when I like look straight at it. So this is one of these shimmery blushes. There are a few that are just like matte blushes, and then there are a few that are shimmery blushes. And this is one of the shimmery ones. And I picked this one intentionally because I figured this can act like a blush and maybe a highlighter. And since this color is very light, I don't expect it to really show up so much on me as a blush. So I wanted to have sort of like an added dimension. So the shimmery finish should, and I hope at least, add that dimension that I'm looking for, since this is not gonna really show up that much on my complexion, I feel. So I really love the raised embossed roses on the blush pan. I think that is really beautiful, and with the rays coming out of it, so lovely, so Pat, so classic. This retails on Pat McGrath Labs and on Sephora.com for $38. And so here is the Venus in Fleur's eyeshadow quad. This is in Voyeuristic Vixen, same packaging as the blush. And so this is what the eyeshadow quad looks like. This one has the Pat McGrath and the icon symbols on the front, as opposed to the blush quad that just says Pat McGrath Labs. And this is just as lovely. This is my first Pat McGrath eyeshadow quad, by the way, so I'm excited. So these are the shades. You could tell what this one is. Oh my God. So this one is Rose Fire Nectar, which is really and truly, to be honest, the reason why I picked up this palette. Rose Fire Nectar is one of Pat McGrath's signature, like, I don't know what, 3-4 reflect shades, shimmer shades, that it just transforms an eyeshadow look from what I've seen in a few of the reviews I've watched of this. So this is what brought me here. So this one is Midnight Liaison. So this one right here is After Dusk, and the one next to that is Twilight Bronze. So this palette retails on Pat McGrath Labs and Sephora.com for $58. I am going to do my eyeshadow look using this Voyeuristic Vixen palette first, and then we will get into the blush. So since the Voyeuristic Vixen palette does not have a transition shade, or at least it doesn't have one that's suitable for me, I'm gonna be taking the shade Moon Phase from Pat McGrath's Golden Opulence palette, and I'm gonna use that as a transition color for this eyeshadow look. So now I'm gonna take this Twilight Bronze color with a narrower blending brush and just kind of like blend that here for definition. That's nice. I was hoping it wouldn't be like super in my face dark, but it blends out really nicely. So, God, I don't know what color to take first. I'm gonna go in with Twilight Bronze. I'm gonna take this color right here, Twilight Bronze. I'm gonna use my fingers and I'm gonna place that right here on the outer third of my lid. Wow, this looks so, ooh, this looks so different. Let me swatch this on my, so here's what it looks like. And here's how it swatches. It looks more bronze than in the pan to me, which I'm happy about. Oh, it's just a perfect sort of like a mink kind of champagne-y shimmer. I really, really like this. So I'm gonna use a brush. This is my Refer 02 brush. And I'm gonna take, oh my God, do you see this change colors? Do you see it? Okay, so I'm gonna take a brush and dip that into Rose Fire Nectar. And I'm gonna place this on the middle of my lid and just kind of sweep it. I'm just gonna place this on most of the top of my lid as well. This is pretty much gonna be the main color. I love it. Okay, I'm going a little crazy with this. I have to remember there's one more shade left, so let's get into that. So I'm gonna take the last shade here, Moonlight Liaison, and place that on the inner corner of my eye. Ooh. Wow. Okay, let me swatch that on my arm too. I'm sorry that this is so out of order. It's been a while since I've done an eyeshadow review or a play. So this is Moonlight Liaison. So I'm gonna go back in with After Dusk, just a little bit. Just blend things together at the top by my brow bone. now I'm gonna go off camera, do my other eye, and then come back and continue with the rest of my face. Okay, so I'm back and I'm now done with both eyes. So I'm gonna add some concealer and then blend that out. So now I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm using the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation by McGrath, and mine is in the shade Medium Deep 23. I'm gonna be using my LYS foundation brush for that. Okay, so now that I'm done setting my face, let's try out this Desert Orchid blush. I'm gonna be using this brush. It is by Cheek, which I think is one of the Moda Pro brush lines. And it's a blush brush, it says so. It's the one that I use for powdered blush until I upgrade to a better one. All right, so this is again what Desert Orchid looks like. I'm actually going to swatch this on my arm before I put it on my face so you get to see what that looks like first. There we go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be very light. I don't really see the shimmer in it when I look directly at it, but let's see what happens. Okay. I'm not hating it, because the thing is, blush scares me. So the lighter it goes on, the better I feel. Yeah, this is the kind of application that I like. The fact that this is very light and soft going on, I like it. And because I'm a McGrath fan, I'm like, if I'm gonna get this kind of a shade, I might as well get it from her new Divine Blush release, right? And so far, I'm loving it. I love it. That's pretty. It's not overwhelming. It's not crazy. I mean, I did look at some of the deeper, more vibrant colors, and I just might go back in and get another because I really love this application. I love how soft it goes on. This is my kind of blush color right here. Yeah. Okay. See, I have to do my little like experimentation where I just go in and get one first. I don't want to do the deep dive when I'm not comfortable. So now that I see what she's working with, I might pick out another one. Oh, I do kind of see the shimmer though. I do see the faint soft shimmer in the shadow. I'm still gonna go in with bronzer though because I'm addicted and I just can't not do bronzer. But wow. I see it. I see the shimmer. It's really freaking pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up another one. I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera like I said. Actually, I'll just speed up footage and finish up the rest of my look with bronzer and then come back with my final thoughts about these two new Pat McGrath items from her Divine Blush launch. So this is my final look using Pat McGrath's Venus in Fleur's Luxe Quad in Voyeuristic Vixen and the Divine Blush in Desert Orchid. I think this look came out so freaking sumptuous and elegant and just actually a lot better than I expected. Really, I had no idea how this look was going to go, particularly with the blush. Looking at this shade, I was actually expecting it not to even show up on my skin. And as it turns out, like, this is the kind of powder blush I love. I think I really, really love this shimmery blush, maybe as much as like the powder, because I like the combination of having the color with the shimmer, so you don't have to go in with a separate highlight. And however they formulated this, I don't know how, but it's just so beautiful. Like I knew I was going to like the eyeshadow quad, you know, because I'm always here for Pat McGrath's eyeshadows, but this blush is the surprise standout favorite for me. Out of the two, this blush is what's going to make me buy another one of these blushes. So beautiful, so beautiful. So that is basically it. I mean, you know I love this. You know I love this. The only thing missing from this for me is a transition shade, but big deal. There's a transition shade in any other eyeshadow palette that you have. What you don't have is Rose Nectar Fire. You don't have this. That is basically it for my review of these two items from Pat McGrath's new Divine Blush launch. Again, the Venus and Fleur's Voyeuristic Vixen eyeshadow quad. This is my first Pat McGrath quad. And the Desert Orchid blush. Why did I think I was gonna feel anything else but pure joy about these? I don't know. I have nothing but great things to say about these. Absolutely try them out if you are a Pat McGrath fan, and even if you're just a fan of eyeshadow palettes and blushes. So that is it for my review for these two items from Pat McGrath's Divine Blush launch. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video soon. Bye.